Hi everybody, this is Diane. I am working on a chicken themed journal, as you can see here. My friend Debbie wants to purchase a chicken journal for a Christmas gift for someone. And I mentioned that she came out and met me. She doesn't live in my town, but she came out and met me here because she had some fabrics. I guess they were from her mother's. I thought that she purchased them herself, but when I started getting into them to cut pieces, I saw that they were already partly used, so they're probably from her mother's quilting stash. So she brought me the fabrics she wanted me to include, but I already had quite a few pieces of chicken themed fabrics, so I can use some of mine also. And this is what I've done so far. I'm making a fabric cover because I took some of my supplies when I met her at the coffee shop and showed her what I had, and she really wanted this to be the cover. So it was a big piece of linen. I could have just made that linen piece into the cover, but I decided to cut this piece out. I left the big rickrack at the bottom and just glued it onto this cover. So I can't really talk about the construction of the cover. I mean, I can't show you how I've done it because I'm following a tutorial from Amity Bloom from Nazi, and I purchased that tutorial. It's her everyday journal. I purchased that a while ago, and I just haven't really had a chance to make a journal. I've been busy with other ones. So, but I already had the supplies for the cover, the quilted muslin and the Pellon interfacing. So this is what I've gotten so far. I have to add the spine piece yet, but this is the piece that Debbie selected, and then I added some doilies and some little scraps of cotton fabric. And I love, this is one of her mother's pieces. It's a chicken wire background. That was perfect. And then she gave me this egg fabric also, which makes another great background. And this was a piece from a fabric that I had and another vintage doily. And that's all I've gotten done. I did do some little embroidery stitches, slow stitching as they call it nowadays. So I am loving this. And I have another piece ready to go to make another cover because I have so many fabrics. So this one is for my friend, and I will be making one to put in the shop also. I have, where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. I have this journal that I made for myself a long time ago, but it's got a nice rounded spine. So I'm keeping this like that so it doesn't get pinched, like creased. I want it to be a nice rounded spine when I'm done, so I'm just storing it. And this gives me a nice idea of how this might finish up. This is already used, so it's pretty full. But I am loving this, and I can't wait to make my my own journal with Nazi's directions. It's a course that you purchase. So let me show you what I've got, and then we are going to make some tags. And I am inspired by Nancy, my friend Nancy from Wishes and Weeds, and she is doing a whole series of tags. She's making 19 tags, and I think she's got 12 done so far. And I've only watched the first video, but I always love what she makes. So I decided, hers are for her Christmas journals. She's making Christmas tags. But I'm all done with my Christmas journals, and I thought it would be great to just follow along with Nancy and make tags to add to my stash. And then I decided I would make some for the chicken journals. So you're going to see some for the chicken journals and some to add to my stash. So let's look at the fabrics, and then we'll get into the tags. The fabrics and other supplies. There's the chicken wire. This is the part of the linen that I cut off. These are some of the fabrics that Debbie gave me, the pieces that I thought could be used. In fact, I used some of this on the cover. There's the eggs. Then I have these pieces. I have two different colors of these. Now this one is torn right here. It's got a hole. But I have another piece that is not torn. But I think this is pretty big for a journal. But I love the patchy pieces. And this border is great. So I can use that, pieces of that. And I also have it in blue and tan and brown. And I have 2 of each of those. This one, I believe I got this in a Happy Mail. There are several pieces that have chickens. Some of the pieces didn't have chickens, but there are at least 3 designs with chickens. Well, I guess, no, that's not the same thing. Because it doesn't, the background's different. And the chickens are on the opposite side. But these are just really great images. So maybe there are 4 designs. Then I have this one, which is a different feel altogether. It's bright and funky and more modern looking than some of the others. Debbie gave me this piece, which is a scrap, and it's got different farm animals. I think I've seen this at Walmart, but there are chickens on it too. And Debbie gave me this piece, I think. Isn't that beautiful? The colors of a rooster are gorgeous. I have this piece. I think I got this in a Happy Mail, and it is these circular patterns with farm designs, and there's a chicken on one. I don't know if I'll use it in these journals, but there's a bowl of fruit and a cow. Looks like maybe that's it. And this was in my stash. I may have gotten this in a Happy Mail. I don't remember where I got it. But I just, no, this, maybe Debbie gave me this one. I don't remember. And this one I know I got in the remnant bin at Walmart. It's a really nice fabric. But I think that'll be really great in these journals. The rest of the linen. And here's a piece that I had in my stash. Beautiful colors. And then this one. And I cut some squares out of this one to put on the cover of the journal that I made. So, you think I have enough fabrics to make a chicken journal or 2? My other supplies, I have plenty, but not overwhelming like some of the other journals I've just done. These are scraps from farm journals that I already made previously, and there's some bits with some roosters. I didn't even get out my scrapbook paper, and I know I have farm-themed scrapbook paper. There's cows. I won't use those in this journal. So those are just some scraps. I have this, a Costco egg record, and it is cardstock. It's quite long, so, and it's double-sided. I don't want to waste any of it, so maybe I'll make, I don't know what I'll make with it. I really hate to cut it up, but I want to make something with it, so I'll have to. We'll figure it out. The other supplies I have are in here. I'm just going to sort them into sizes and, excuse my reach, put them in my little drawers over here. I'll start out by showing you the digital kit that I'm using. Oh dear, I forgot the name of it. I will link the shop below. I will link this kit below. I can't even remember the name of the kit, but of course it has the word chickens in it because I was searching on Etsy for chicken digitals. So they're really, really cute papers. And then I used a couple of different papers that I already have to back them with. Like the backgrounds are book pages from books about raising chickens. Isn't that beautiful? There's some chickens there. And I have some advertisements for poultry farming, you know, some products that I'll show them to you when we get there. I love this paper. I love the bright colors, even though this is very muted, but then you get the bright colors here. Love it. Every time I see these, I want to pick the cards up off them. And then this, I had already printed. This one might be from Diane Shaw, my old barn door. Don't know where I got it from. This came out of a children's book, a vintage children's book. This is from a new calendar. And then the fun stuff. I've got these farmyard animal seals, and I only had 2 roosters left. I used one for a tag that I just made this morning, and I think there's only one left. Yep. So, yep, just one. So I'll be using that to make another tag, the same as I just made. These are the stamps that I have. I stamp themed things to put with my collection so that I don't forget to get the stamps out. So those are the stamps that I can pull and use. This I cut from a book. It's a basket of eggs. I've got a few flashcards that will work for this. And then these are digital flashcards. And got these farm journal cards. They might be from Nostalgia Graphic Land, but I just cut out the chicken ones. These came out of a book about advertising cards. See, there's advertising thread here. Some things from a kid's book, The Hen and the Rooster. There's a chick. Just some text from a children's book about chickens. So I've got quite a few elements from children's books. That's from an old planner. Hickety Pickety, My Black Hen. Love that one. There's a chicken up here. I have some gingham book, some labels and book plates that I can use that were already printed. I think these farm flashcards are from the old design shop, and I just cut out fresh eggs and rooster, and there might be one that says hen. More children's book. Oh, fresh eggs. Oh, I already said that one. Now this is from a farm magazine. I think it was from the 40s. Rice Leghorn Farms. And this is a postcard, 1935. It's written all over the back. Somebody used it to write notes on, but it's live poultry wanted. We'll have poultry truck at Amory and Nye, Tuesday forenoon, August 13th. And he has a price that he will pay for those specific items of poultry. Here's a farmer's yearbook, so I can take pages out of this and use it. This came out of an old scrapbook. American Buff Plymouth Rock Club, Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Here's a Romper Room flashcard with a rooster and a recipe card with a chicken-shaped cake. Some more pages from children's books. Another piece from a farm magazine, Poultry Farming for Women, 1924. There's the hen house. Kids flashcard, this little note paper. Pretty sure I got that at Walmart a long time ago. Some digitals that I had in my shop, or not in my shop, in my files on my laptop, so I don't know where that one came from. That might be my old barn door, and I'm pretty sure this is TLC, Creates Vintage. I have this sheet of paper that just has denim papers that I might use for backgrounds or something. A page from a children's book about chickens and animals. These are just pieces from scrapbook paper. I think it's Graphic 45. Rice's full 4-week-old white leghorn pullets for October delivery. Some more white leghorn pullets and all of these little advertisements for poultry. Barry's Austria White Farmer's Hybrid Chicken. Sensational money makers. Again, Rice's. If I have time and feel like it, I might make another journal, chicken journal, using this. Or maybe it'll just be a farm journal, not just chicken themed. And these are from, I forgot. I've had these for a long time. These were already printed. And these, not sure where I got them. And I have a stencil that has a chicken. Farm Fresh Feed. So I have to get it out, some scrapbook paper, look through my farm themed scrapbook papers and see what has chickens on it. But I do have a lot to work with. I can use ledger paper. I have to find my farm ledger book and use some of that. So let's get going on the tags. As I said, Nancy from Wishes and Weeds, and I will link her shop below, is doing a series of tags, and she's doing 2 or 3 tags per video. What she did was she put together 19 tags with music backdrop. She had them all prepared when she started the videos. And then she decided to just go ahead and do a video where she would use all 19 tags to make some Christmas tags. So I don't know what her substrate was. I don't know if she said. If she said it, I didn't hear it. But I'm using file folder. So I'm just going to show you how I cut it up. I'm making my tags 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. I don't know the size of hers. But I'm just cutting this right here at 3 1/4. And I'll move on down. 3 1/4. And 3 1/4. I will save this. I love to make ephemera with my stamps and leftover pieces of file folder. So now we have these little crease lines where the folder is, where it's meant to help the folder bend around its contents. I don't really want that on my tag. I do like to use that for ephemera, so I'm going to just cut that part off and save it. And then turn this around so the tabs are going to be cut off. And I have 2 layers here. And I'm going to cut this at 6 1/4. And I save all of these little pieces. I get 6 tags out of one folder, plus all the little scraps that I can have fun with. We'll do a video soon where I make things with these scraps. So there's my 6 tags. I'm going to set them aside and I'll finish them another day. The next step is to take your background paper. So she used music paper. I'm using Ledger for the farm journals, and I did get some music ones out too. And I've already cut these. I cut them slightly bigger than the tag. So then I just take my tag, lay it on a paper, and rub some glue all over it. And I find it easier to get it on straight if I lay it on top of my piece. I'm going to take one of my ledgers. Look at that. That's so great. 1917. And it's written in German, I think. So I'm going to lay this down and then put the tag on top of it. Every time I did it the other way around, I had to peel it up and do it again because it was crooked. And then I take my brayer and just press it down really good into the glue, and it sticks really well. I'm using, in case you're curious, I'm using Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength. So then I have a bunch of these that are already glued on. And when the glue dries, and I still have some of these extra ones cut, these are the plain papers. These are the ones that are glued on and not cut. So once the glue dries, I just trim off the extra paper. You could cut it the exact same size, but I find it hard to line it up exactly. So just trim off the excess paper. And then just cut. You don't need to cut a very deep angle. Just cut a tiny little angle on one corner. And take your piece. This is where it came from. Flip it over here. And cut that side. And there you go. So these have all gotten to that stage. But I have some music, some with the written on ledger, and some with plain ledger. I inked around them, and then I was ready to do the next step and decorate them. So when she started her video, she just had 19 tags like this ready to go. And she had a little list of ideas for what she was going to do. Now I only watched the first video, like I said, and she did 3 tags in that video, and I had so much fun just doing these 3 tags. So these are the 3 that I made with the rooster theme. Remember, hers are Christmas. Mine are entirely different, although the ideas, I'm doing her ideas, but they look entirely different because we went from Christmas to chickens. Aren't they fun? So the first one is with a napkin. I'm going to do some now that don't have a chicken theme. And I'm using the ledgers for the chickens and the music for the non-chickens. So I just have this. This is music that came from a children's music book from school in the 1930s, I think. I'm trying to peel this napkin apart. I got one layer out, but I'm going to get my tape to help me with the second layer. It's usually a little harder to get off. I just take a piece of tape, you've seen this before, stick it on there, and then gently peel, and it gets that last layer off. Most napkins are 3-ply, some are just 2-ply. So I'm just going to tear a piece of the napkin. I'm just trying to decide. I think I want this piece. I'm not using Mod Podge. And just put it on the bottom corner of the tag. Just using glue. You have to do it gently with this paper napkin. all the way around the edges, which is kind of gluing it to the paper. And then get it into the center. And then when the rest of this napkin is dry, I'll cut that off. So this one's really easy. Just glue a piece of napkin down, and she used a label. So I had this vintage tiny little label, and I just think that added just the right touch for that. Let me see what labels. Oops, sorry. Pulled my label binder off, and it pulled another book down with it. See what labels I might have for this tag. I was going to sort my little pieces of chicken ephemera into my drawers, and I didn't do it. I don't know if I want this color on the, kind of matches the color of the music paper, but let's try it. Yeah. Well, can't get it back in there. I have a feeling I'm going to want just something like this. These are made with my stamp. It's a little too long. I could, oh my goodness, yes. This song is called When I'm Dreaming, and this says Dare to Dream, or just Dream. I want it to be smaller though. So I think what I will do is find my stamp that says Dream and stamp this in red with a black word Dream in it and put it on there. Don't know if I have time to do that in this video, because I have two other tags to show you. Okay, we're going to do it, because I want you to see it. I'm not going to be able to completely finish it because I need to sew around the edges. See, there's sewing all around the edges, and I'm not going to do that in this video. I found the label stamp. I'm just looking for the Dream stamp. There it is. Got a scrap of cardstock. Got some red ink. Thought that was a little too juicy. Just wanted to make sure. Oh, I did it crooked. I think my stamp slipped. You can see where it used to be glued, and it's slipped a little bit, so it's not glued in the same position. I'm trying to be careful not to get ink into that center. Oh, that's even a better stamp anyway. Okay, so I need to angle it up. That's better. But I want it down here. It would cover up that word anyway. I think it looks better there. What do you think? I'll put it up there. Because what was the point otherwise? So really all you need is, once you get your tags made with your file folder or whatever substrate you want to use, your background paper, which is, it could be ledger or map paper would be great. Music paper, book page, wrapping paper, whatever you want to put down. And then your napkin and a label. And then a ribbon. I used my Euro punch for this, which I got from Amazon. I got it, it's from We Are Memory Keepers. I got it a while ago, but I don't use it that much. It would hang, it would hang on a hook in a store for packaging. That's the kind of punch that is. And I used a little piece of fabric here, and I picked out this little strip that I had to go with this napkin. But I'm not going to tie it right now because I want it to sew all around there before I tie that. But that is how this tag will look. Isn't that sweet? I love it. I think I just want to make more of these tags. I love making tags anyway. And Nancy's designs so far are simple enough that I can make them pretty quickly. I like simple things, but that really make an impact. I think that will make an impact in the book. All right, next I'm going to make this one. This one has ledger behind it. It's written in pencil, and it has a vellum pocket. And she used a little gift book, a little gift card that opened up, and glued it there, and then added some ribbon. I just realized I got my rickrack folded there. There, it kind of got stitched down. I'll just add some glue there to hold that up. But I did not have a chicken folded little booklet, little card, so I just used this Denison rooster that I had, that I showed you. I have one left, so I'm going to make another one because I'm making at least 2 chicken journals. So I'll make another tag like this with that other sticker. And it needed something more on it, so I just punched that piece of paper with a scallop punch. So I'm going to go ahead and make this one with music paper, and I do have 2, oh wait, yeah, this is what I want. I do have 2 little cards that open up. This one says Best Wishes, and it opens up like that. It was used, but you could open it up further and write on it. And this one is an invitation to a birthday party. But I think this one is too tall. This is not what I want to make yet. She did not use a booklet for this one. She used a vintage gift card, and I've got a whole bunch of them, but I didn't have a chicken themed one, so that's why I used that decal. So here's what we're going to do for this one. I have this little blue gift tag. It's vintage, and I am just going to glue it there. I think it needs, and I have this little ribbon to put there also, but I think it might need something else like that one did. Or maybe it doesn't, because I will sew around it. That will add a little bit of detail. And I'll have a ribbon up here. Yeah, I'm just going to do it like it is. Maybe interline it. Got a little hole there. I just want to punch it out just to add some detail, some vintage original detail. I put it off center, and I'll just glue my ribbon down. Put some glue across the top of the vellum. And I like that you can still see the music behind the vellum. I'm going to sew around that, and then I'll sew around the whole tag, and that will catch the vellum pocket in. But I'm going to add a grommet, or an eyelet. She used a metal eyelet. I put a red one on that one. I'm going to put a blue one on this one. Just want to make sure I get it centered, get the hole centered. Now when I put this on, I wanted to sew around it first before I put the metal grommet on, but I forgot. But I put it down far enough that I didn't have trouble sewing around it. So I'm just going to do that again, since I don't want to sew on the video. I'm going to move this hole down so that my presser foot can get past it when I sew. Sorry for the noise. I got this set, this whole set of things. They're bigger eyelets, and I got it from Amazon. And I keep this with it. This is what came with it, just to make sure I remember how to line everything up. So I'm going to put I have light blue and dark blue to choose from. I'm going to go with light blue. Put that through the hole, and then place the peg on this through so it's pointing up when the tag is backwards. And then we have these little washer pieces that go on. And I love that this peg just lines everything up for you. And then this has a hole in it. No, that's what I punched the hole with. This has a hole in it that fits right over that peg. So it holds everything right where you want it, and then you pound. And there. It's a... Oh, I think I better do it again because didn't quite get it. Feels a little loose. There, now it's pounded in. That's very solid. So I love this little set because you can get the bigger eyelets in. I do not like using the Crop-A-Dile to set eyelets. I always have problems with it. So that's how it is. I'm going to put, got this blue ribbon I can use, and then I'll sew. So again, I'm not going to put that ribbon in until after I sew. I'll just put it in here to hold it, keep it where it belongs. Got one more tag to make, so I better hurry up. Okay, so this one is where she used a card, and I did not have a card with a chicken on it, so I just used this image that came out of a book. And then she put a piece of shaped lace on it, which I thought was really nice. So I found this and put that on. Again, a metal grommet. I used black, and then that. There was a little circle right here with some text on it because this came out of a book. So I just put this stamped piece that I had. But for this one, I will put a card on it, one that opens. And I brought over, ouch, a pin got me, some lace that has shape to it. I have this with the flowers, which is pretty. And that's all it's going to be, is this glued on, and then the flower, and then another metal grommet with ribbon. But I wonder if I need one that has more color. That's pretty. I think I'll use the little one. Yep, that's all she did. Add small, see, I made little notes and little sketches. Add small folded vintage card to lower tag, fancy lace to top, metal eyelet, and a ribbon tie. That's all I wrote. So this one is a really easy one. It's already inked. I can look up that eyelet set from my orders, my past orders from Amazon, and link that too if they still have it. Nancy, thank you for such great ideas. The work that Nancy does is always, always top-notch and beautiful. So if you do not watch Nancy's channel, Wishes and Weeds, I hope that you will add her, subscribe to her. I'm trying to make sure I get the right side of this. I guess if it's that hard to tell, it doesn't matter that much. And tell her I sent you. She lives in Ontario. She also does some really awesome estate sale and thrift store hauls. So her channel is very fun to watch. And she has an Etsy shop, Wishes and Weeds store, and she puts some of her vintage finds in the store. And I've gotten some things from her. So here we go again, making some more noise. Guess I should have pounded it a couple more times. Now I don't have pink, but I have white. Let's use white. Well, because it didn't pound all the way through and I just tore it off, it's not letting that piece go through. This little metal plate did not come with this set. I've had this plate. My husband gave it to me many years ago so that I wouldn't ruin tables when I did this. Wrong piece. Let's see. Oh, it's the right piece. I just have to put this in first. And my washer. It does matter which side you put down on the washer. This is the smoother side that's facing up. Yep, that's a good seal there. I'm going to throw this one away because it's bent. Trim that off. I don't know if I left enough room now on this one to sew around that. I guess it won't kill if I have one that didn't get sewn around. Alright, so I made 6 tags today and had a lot of fun doing it. So thank you very much again, Nancy, for your inspiration. And let's take a look. You should go look at Nancy's Christmas ones too. So here's the napkin ones. Love them. I think this is my favorite tag that I've done today. Then we have the vellum pocket one. Of course, I'll have to put something in the pocket. And then we have the little card one, or image with lace. And I need some lace for that, or ribbon for that. I've got this pink ribbon here that's really pretty. So I hope you had fun with that and that you will try making these tags, and go check out Nancy's shop, or her video and her shop, and see what other tags she's making. And I don't know if I'll make all of them on camera, but I will show you the tags that I have done, because she's showing you how to do it. You don't need to see it from me, but I can show you my versions of them when they're done. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you're excited about these chicken journals like I am, and I will see you in the next video. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.